Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom08, and this is episode 16 of my series in which I will try to collect a billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I'm actually going to be doing various things to help me get ready to move. That's right, I set up my first base right here, but in the, I believe, first episode, I said that I actually liked to live in the desert, and I'm going to do that. But first I need to get some stuff ready for my move. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is I have some charcoal over here, and I actually want to make some graphite to get started in big extreme reactors. My bad. At some point. Okay, I need to get moving. There's a zombie. Okay, let's try this again. And to get started in extreme reactors, I'm going to need a bunch of charcoal because the first thing we're going to be making, and not this episode, is a bunch of reactor stuff, and that requires a lot of graphite. And we make graphite simply by smelting charcoal. So let's make a redstone. Actually, we're going to need to grab some clay, and we're going to have to smelt that. And we can do that right over here. And so, okay. Redstone furnace. Let's see what we have, what we don't have. We don't have bricks, and we don't have this. Okay. Let's make a few of those. And then, bricks. Got a few. Need one more. And then we'll be good. There we go. And we can just make these out here because it's 4x4. And then, boom. Now we are going to need some item duct. Let's just grab a bunch. We're going to need a servo. Doesn't need to be a good one. And then we need a BHU. That's kind of what I thought. And then, unfortunately, we are on our last blaze rod. But don't fret, there is a way to make blaze powder without blaze rods, and that is provided by thermal expansion. Okay, I need 2 of these. So in the future when we need blaze rods, it won't be a big deal. Okay, back to the black hole unit. And then we're going to need some conduit, so let's just get some leadstone flux duct. Okay, that should be enough for the entire setup. And we can put the furnace right here. I'm actually gonna orient it like so. Hopefully we can get that empty, and we did. Now we need to set up the item input, and hopefully we can do it like so. I hope I can extract out the top of these things. If I can't, I'm gonna be disappointed. Okay, let's see here. Let's set up the power. And shoot, this is gonna be a little bit more complicated than I thought. I'm gonna grab a shovel, and then we'll get digging a little more efficiently. Okay, that should have power going to it. So let's see what we can do here. What we can do is just kind of like an L, and that's our furnace. Let's see. Yes, okay, that worked. And just do. And it should now have power. And that should give us graphite. that should give us a lot of graphite. Actually, since I haven't done it, let's check up on some of the systems that I built over the last few episodes, see how they're doing. I have a bunch of charcoal, but if you remember, last episode, I moved the original black hole unit that I had here over to this building over here to run my lasers. And let's see how much charcoal we have. Okay, that's good. If I remember right, when I moved this over here, I had about 71,000 charcoal, which means I've used about 21,000 charcoal over the course of its runtime. And over here we have 27,000 charcoal, so we're actually running a surplus, or at least we were until we set this up. Kind of doubt we are, but at this point, but you know, whatever. Let's get rid of this stuff because we're done with it for right now. And then, what's the next thing? The next thing is I'm going to upgrade my excavator right here. It's kind of a poor excavator, but it's worked. But pretty soon I am going to be digging a lot because I am going to want a flat piece of sand in my desert, and that's going to require me to use that excavator. Off camera, I set up 2 lava tanks using this magma crucible. I'm just going to reorient it so I can start making obsidian again. And let's check. We have 13,000 glass, so that's really nice. We have 296,000 cobblestone, so that's nice. And we have 27,000 stone. So, yeah. And I set that up because in the future I'm going to want to make buildings out of stone to make them look a little bit nicer. A lot of times I actually use cobblestone for my early buildings, but this time I went and used wood. And I think the wood looks a little bit nicer than cobblestone, but I think stone and glass looks nicer yet. And it's just still pretty simple to make. So for the excavator, let's see if we have any aluminum brass over here. Good. I'm going to make some upgrades for the excavator that are to help the durability. How many upgrade slots do I have? I have 4. I'm going to use 3 on obsidian upgrades here. Let's make sure this zombie's not going to get me. It's hammer time. Okay, and to make those upgrades, I'm just going to do this. Each one of these modifiers provides a 20% chance that you will not take damage when you dig a dirt. So this will give us 90% not 90%, 60% protection. Beyond that, see 60%. Beyond that, I'm going to exchange a few of the materials. Let's see here. I'm going to go with some cobalt, I believe. So I need to run and get some of that. I just need 4. Let's see. I can also change the large plates. And let's see what our options are, because I'm not sure what I want to change it to. Cobalt would be the fastest. Ardite looks like it has... I'm going to go Ardite, actually. So let's grab 4 of that. So the plan is a cobalt head and Ardite plate. I will be back when I have those done and ready to apply. So I'll see you in a couple minutes. And we're back. I have my 2 pieces. Let's go ahead and apply them. Right now my max durability is 822 with a speed of 1.9. Let's see how this affects it. Okay, we had 1822. Now we have 1618 and our mining speed is 2.17. So an improvement on both fronts. but since we're using better materials, you would kind of expect that. I'm keeping the wooden tough tool rod because of its ability ecological. It slowly repairs the excavator on its own. And I'm keeping the paper tough binding because it adds a modifier. Right now we're not using that extra modifier, but it will be nice to have in the future. If I wanted to speed up the excavator, I could go ahead and throw a bunch of redstone on there. But for right now, I'm going to see how it performs without any additional modifiers. So, yeah. Now, the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to build a backpack because I don't want to be making lots of trips to this area or from this area to the new area. I want to make just a few trips, and hopefully by using a backpack I will be able to do that. Now there will be quite a bit of stuff that I am going to leave behind, just because it's easier that way. Like this system over here, I'm just gonna leave it alone. It's a self-contained system that will continue to run. Every once in a great while I can pop over here and exchange these black hole units. That way I can grab the charcoal, the rubber, and the graphite that this thing makes, and I can benefit from this system even though I'm not like living by it. And there are several things I'm just gonna leave behind. One thing I'm gonna do right now that before I make the backpacks is I'm going to make 4 of these guys, and I'm going to duplicate the plates that I have because I think I'm going to leave this system behind. So there's no need for me to grab these plates, and when you stick an iron block in any of the inscribers with any press, it will duplicate said press. So now I have a duplicate set of presses that I'm going to take with me, and I'm just gonna leave this system as is. When I leave this base, I'm just gonna set up a new system because it's actually a little bit more work to tear apart that system and then rebuild it. I can just build a new one. I have the resources, so I mean it's no big deal. Okay, now back to the backpack. I'm gonna build this backpack right here, but we have a couple of problems. I don't have the wool, and I don't have the leather, but we can fix that. I actually saw sheep out there, so that should be easy. And the leather, we have a bunch of horses nearby, and I hope I'm not gonna make too many people cringe, but I think I'm gonna kill a horse or two to get the leather I need. So let's go hunting. And to be honest, I kind of forget where all the horses are, but I know there's a bunch around. So if I go in any direction, hopefully I find some horses. Hopefully I only need one. And you know what? I kind of forgot to, I was gonna bring a mob imprisonment doohickey. Oh my, that's a tough little horse. Sorry, man. Someone had to go. Okay, that is that enough leather? I think each additional backpack might need leather. I've never built these things before. No, they don't. Okay, that's cool. I don't need any more leather, so I'm not gonna kill any more horses. I could have killed that. I just thought of this. My brother has a cow farm, and he has a bunch of cows over there. I could have just killed one of those guys. He would have never noticed. Oh well, not a big deal. There are, like I said, a bunch of horses over there, so I'm not too worried about it. They are not gonna go extinct, so we're all good. Okay, let's get started. I've never built backpacks from or these backpacks, I should say. So hopefully they hold everything I need. Okay, 1 backpack, 2 backpacks. When I say 2 backpacks, I mean 2nd level backpack, 4 backpack. Okay, let's see how this bad boy works. Okay, that's awesome. I was kind of hoping for that. It gives me a bunch of additional inventory. Almost like a diamond chest. I think it's probably, what, half a diamond chest? Okay, this gives me 7. No, it's more than that, I think. Yeah, because this is, what, 9? Yeah, 9. Maybe. Yeah, 9. Okay, now that I have that, that's good. Let's grab a mob imprisonment tool. And, oh, nope, I need to make another one. Luckily, I should have one more gas tier at this point. Let's see. I do not. Ooh. Really? Really thought I had one more. Well, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to grab a sheep. And I want a sheep because I am going to need a lot of wool. And, wrong building. And I'm gonna start spawning sheep in here. If you guys haven't noticed the last few episodes, you've not heard a bunch of mob sounds, and that's because I lit this place up. But now, I am going to darken it. I am going to restart these systems. Hopefully everything works right. Okay, theoretically, we should be getting some wool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this bad boy down, because I want all the mob drops from everything killed in there. I want a lot of wool, because applied energistics, I will be needing wool. I need to do the at. To look for mod, you need to use at first, and then you can do applied energistics. If I can spell it. In the future, we are going to be doing a lot of dense cable. If I can find the regular dense cable. Yeah, it would just be this one. It requires a lot of covered cable. And to cover cable, you need wool. So, I'm going to need a lot of wool, because I'm going to need dense cable. This cable right here, if connected directly to a controller, can only transmit 8 channels. In the future, I'm going to have an absolutely enormous applied energistic system. I'm going to need more channels per strand than just 8. So we're going to be using the dense cable, which can hold 32 channels per cable. And we're going to need a lot of that. So that's why we started spawning sheep. Now, let's see, what else can I do to get ready for the move? I'm not really sure. I think we need to let those systems run. And we can definitely acquire more stuff, but at this point we have enough glass, we have enough cobblestone, we have enough stone. And this guy can continue to run. I actually think I'm gonna wrap this episode up. I've got everything done I need. Everything's running pretty smoothly at this point. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I did upgrade this little system. I put another plant gatherer up here and hooked it up, and instead of using the sludge boiler, I got enough stuff from the sludge boiler, because the sludge boiler only makes a few things that are useful, like clay and sand, but the rest of it, and soul sand I guess, but the rest of it is kind of just crap. And so I'm just pumping the sludge into a trash can, and that just gets rid of it. If you let sludge build up in your plant gatherers, what happens is that they just simply slow down. At least if they are built the same way that they were in the past. So I don't want them slowing down, so I built a system to automatically just get rid of it. And so that's all good. I think I added another auxiliary reception coil to both of these. That way I get more charcoal, because I do have a backlog of rubber wood underneath. So, yeah, that's good. We have almost 20,000 rubber, and our graphite's already building up pretty good. So, I think I'm in a good spot. As of right now, I have 2,600 iron ingots, which is an improvement over last time, and I have not gone mining, so all of that has been automatic. Obviously, in the future, we're going to be stepping that up just a little bit, because I'm going to need to get a lot more than just a few hundred over the course of, say, 12 hours. But for right now, that's okay. This is Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.